Hi there, hello. It's me, it's AOB. And welcome to my channel. We're in quarantine time, ladies and gentlemen. We've all got to stay indoors and stop the spread of COVID-19. And what a better time to make many videos than now. Are you as excited as I am? Because I'm pretty goddamn pumped if you ask me. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome back to the channel. It's me, it's AOB, the usual malarkey. Yeah, back with another video after like a 4-month hiatus. Yeah, now we're in lockdown, we're in quarantine, and I only just realised this is probably the best time to make as many videos as possible because we've got nothing to do. I don't have to go to work, I don't have to go out anywhere, I'm stuck in the flat, doing nothing. So I would just sort of punched myself in the head and said, there's not really an excuse now, like why you've got all the free time in the world to make videos. Then the reason I haven't been making videos until now is because I've just been in an abyss of Doctor Who. I've just been binging classic Doctor Who after classic Doctor Who, just one after the other, non-stop, ever since this lockdown started. And there's a lot to get through, so, you know, and I'm not even close to finishing yet. So that's what I've been busy doing, and that's why I haven't been making videos as often as I probably could have done during this lockdown period. But I'm gonna finally do it now. And what better video to start off with after a 4-month hiatus than a nice, fun Doctor Who related video for you all. I mean, I'm obsessed with Doctor Who more than ever recently because of the fact that I'm just binging it all. So you know what I just thought? I'm gonna do a nice, fun little ranking video to do with Doctor Who that doesn't put too much strain on the brain. Just a nice little fun discussion video to talk about. I'm gonna rank all the sonic screwdrivers from my least favourite to my favourite. Now, I'm only going to include the Doctor's sonic screwdrivers, like the Doctor's main core sonic screwdrivers. So I'm not including the sonic cane, I'm not including the sonic pen, the sonic lipstick, the sonic lance, or anything like that. Only the Doctor's main core sonic screwdrivers. Is that established? Do we all understand that? Okay, good. Now this isn't definitive. This is just my personal list. It's not a definitive list. It's not objective. It's not like this is the list you've got to abide by for all time. It's just my personal list. So if my least favourite is your favourite, that's fine. You can just tell me why you disagree and why your favourite is my least favourite, blah 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 blah. You get it? It's all just opinion. So let's just have fun, yeah? So let's get started on this. I've been rambling on long enough. My least favourite sonic screwdriver. This is a fairly easy one. It's going to be the second Doctor's sonic screwdriver. Yeah, there's not much to say about this, is there? It's just a metal stick with a light on the end. There's not much else you can say really. It's about as basic as you can get, isn't it? Now I can't be too harsh on this. It is the first ever sonic screwdriver that was ever introduced in the show, and it was during the 60s. It was during the second Doctor's era, and they probably didn't expect it to catch on as much as it did. So they want to put much thought in making it look like this really intricate looking tool that does all this stuff. It's very basic, a metal stick with a light on the end. There's nothing fancy about it that makes it stand out whatsoever, but you've got to have respect for it, because without this, the sonic screwdriver would never have taken off like it has now. So, and it's an iconic part of Doctor Who. You can't really have Doctor Who without sonic screwdriver, just like you can't have Doctor Who without the TARDIS. It's that important, and it wouldn't have been as big as it is now if it wasn't for this screwdriver. So you got to have respect for it. But in terms of design, yeah, it's nothing special. But you can't be too harsh on it. It's early days. The foundations were laid for the sonic screwdriver during this period. Now correct me if I'm wrong here though. This is the only sonic screwdriver throughout the show's history. I mean, I'm probably wrong here, you can correct me if I'm wrong, where it actually undoes screws. I could be wrong, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that is the case. Which is funny because it might be my least favourite design of a sonic screwdriver, but it's the only sonic screwdriver that actually does what it's supposed to do, undo screws. It's quite funny that, isn't it? Hey ho. So let's move on. Let's go on to my next on the list, my second least favourite, or next on the list. Yada 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 yada. Coming in next is going to be River Song's Future Sonic Screwdriver. I'm not big on this design. I think a lot of people like this, but I'm not big on this design. Now I love 9 and 10 Sonic Screwdriver, and we'll get to that eventually, but I don't like what they did with it here. I don't know, I don't like how it's got like green mould on it and stuff, and it looks so worn out and old and used, and I get that that's the point, because it's the future sonic screwdriver. It's supposed to look old and used and you know, pretty messed up. I get it. But I just don't. I'm not massive on it. I don't like the adjustments that they made to the screwdriver here. I was debating on putting this on the list because it is basically an altered version of the 9th and 10th screwdriver. But I feel like there's enough things added to it to warrant it as being its own screwdriver on this list. But yeah, I just don't like what they did. I don't like that they made the head like thicker, and it's I don't know, it just doesn't look right. And I don't like the weird circle bit on the side with that you stick your finger in or whatever. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I don't like it. It looks tacky. I just think this screwdriver looks tacky, dirty, messy. Which I get the point is, I get it's supposed to look dirty and messy. It's supposed to look used. I just don't like. I don't like what they did to it. I mean, I like that it's got a red setting. That's pretty cool. But in terms of sonic screwdriver, yeah, this is one of my least favorites. I'm just not keen on the alterations they made to the 9 and 10 sonic screwdriver here. Now, coming in next on the list, I think this might outrage some people, but like I said, this is just a personal list. All the screwdrivers from here, I love them all in their own way. I do. So, you know, just calm down. I'm going to go with the 4th Doctor's sonic screwdriver. Now, here I am also including the 5th and the 8th screwdrivers as well. I'm going to include them all into this because they're all basically the same design-wise, with a few minor differences. I mean, the 5th, you just got this white tape or whatever, you know, white tape on the side here, that's the difference. And yeah, there's some differences in colour on the emitter head, but design-wise, they're the same, and the differences are so minute, I just don't think it warrants having them all as separate screwdrivers on this list. So we can all I'm lumping all them into one part on this list, but for this I'll just use the 4th Doctor's. Don't get me wrong, I love these screwdrivers, and these are iconic classic Doctor Who screwdrivers, and you know, if you think classic Doctor Who, you think of these screwdrivers, and I do love them. It's just the reason that they're not like in my top tier is just because very basic design, very basic, just basic silver shape, you know, and the emitter head. I've always thought the emitter head, now this is because obviously I was introduced to New Who before Classic Who, so I was used to having a light on the emitter compared to the Classic series, and I always thought at first, when I was first looking into Classic Who, that the emitter heads were weird, and it's, I don't know, I mean, I'm used to it now, but I always thought they were weird way back when. But yeah, the design's just very basic. Don't get me wrong, I still love it. It's iconic Classic Who, and it does look like a tool, which is good. It's not overcomplicated, like a lot of sonic screwdrivers nowadays are. But yeah, it's just, there's nothing too intricate or fancy about it. It's just, it's an awesome looking basic sonic screwdriver that I really like. And what I love about the classic screwdrivers for the most part is this. Like, to activate it, they get pulled out. So I mean, that is really cool, especially when they use it in, you know, in Classic Who when you pull it down. And yeah, I do love this screwdriver, but not my all-time favourite just because of how basic the design is. It's iconic, but you know, I do like a bit of intricacy when it comes to sonic screwdrivers personally. But yeah, that's where them sonic screwdrivers are going to come in on this list. Now, coming up next is going to be the War Doctor sonic screwdriver. What can I say about the War Doctor sonic screwdriver? It's basically the same as the 4th and the 5th and the 8th Doctor sonic screwdrivers in terms of body, except the emitter, the weird circular emitter, like this here, has been replaced with a red light. So it's sort of a perfect hybrid between classic series sonic screwdrivers and new series sonic screwdrivers. It's a perfect bridge. The reason it's not so high is because it's literally just a classic screwdriver with a light on the end. That's literally what it is. There's not many differences, and I do personally prefer it a little bit to the old school sonic screwdrivers with the circular emitter. But yeah, there's nothing too much to say about it because it's just sort of a nice gap, a nice bridge from classic to New Who screwdrivers. I don't think a hybrid between the two could have been done any better than the War Doctor sonic screwdriver. Also, shout out to the line in Day of the Doctor where the War Doctor says,
"Oh, the pointing again! They're screwdrivers, what are you going to do? Assemble a cabinet at them?"
Coming up next, it's the 3rd Doctor sonic screwdriver. Now, I know what a lot of you were thinking. In terms of design and shape, it is more or less the same as the 4th and Doctors and the 5th and the 8th Doctors, so why didn't you just lump that in with them? The reason is, I feel like that there are enough differences here to warrant having it being its own separate entity. I like, probably mainly because of the yellow and black spiral thing here, but you know, there are some differences, like it's not quite as big as the 4th screwdriver, and it's not, the emitter, when it's not pulled down, doesn't stick out as much. It's still, you know, it doesn't stick up as much. And there's more black around here. I don't know, man. Out of all the classic sonic screwdrivers, this is my favourite. I love this screwdriver, man. Part of it, I think, is the yellow black spirals. I don't know, something about the yellow black spirals really makes this screwdriver, and I love it. The iconic scene from the Sea Devils where the 3rd Doctor's blowing up landmines. Mwah, I love that scene. That helps contribute to this. But I don't know, I just love the spirals. I love the black. I feel like there's a nice little bit of contrast between the colourings on here. I don't know. In terms of classic screwdrivers, this is my favourite. When I fidget with these screwdrivers, when it comes to classic ones, this is the one that I pick up the most and fidget about and play with, because I just love it so much. And it's just, I don't know, the 3rd Doctor is just iconic, and that scene alone in the Sea Devils, I just love that screwdriver. It's my favourite out of the classics. Now coming in next, it is going to be the 13th Doctor sonic screwdriver. Now, it is no secret to my friends that I absolutely am not a fan of this current era of Doctor Who. And Series 12 and The Timeless Child can go burn in hell, unless of course someone comes along and undoes it and reveals it was a lie or it's not true. It's no secret that I absolutely detest, scorn, despise, loathe The Timeless Child. So anything from Series 12 onwards is not canon in my head. But, bypassing all that, just putting all that aside, as a design on the sonic screwdriver by itself, I'm talking about that. So, as a design of the sonic screwdriver, I don't know, ever since I got this, the toy of the, like, it's got a sensor where it lights up on the side, that's so cool. Ever since I actually got the toy, it's gotten up higher. I don't know, I like it a lot more now than before I had my own version of the 3rd Doctor Sonic. The 13th Doctor Sonic. Like, I never hated the design, never disliked it. I just thought it was pretty cool, and I know there's the easy jokes that this part here looks a bit like a man's part. I do really like this design. I don't know, there's something about looking at it up close and the lights, and listen to this. There's something about the click when you press the button that I just love. I don't know if it's because I own it that I like it more, but I like it. I like how sleek it is. I like the silver. It's nice, decent size. It's not overly, it's not like really complicated in terms of design or anything. It's very simple. It's very welded. Is that the right word? Very welded. It's like all sort of, how do you describe it? I don't know. It's like, you can tell when the 13th Doctor melts the spoons, makes the screwdriver, you can tell that all the metal has melted, like it's all melted metal that's hardened, it's become solid. Yeah, it's not my favourite design in New Who, obviously, because it's the first New Who screwdriver on this list at the minute, but I do really like it, and how much I like it has grown because of, since I got my own version of it, and looking at it up close, it is much better than just seeing 13 flailing it about the place, because she overuses that screwdriver to shit, man. But as a design on its own, I do really like it. It's just not my favourite. Now, coming up next, it is the 12th Doctor sonic screwdriver. As far as I'm concerned, this is the 12th Doctor sonic screwdriver. I know he had 11s in Series 8, and then he had sonic sunglasses in Series 9. I'm going to go on a little rant here. The sonic sunglasses can go set themselves on fire and burn an abyss somewhere. I despise the sonic sunglasses. It's not one of Moffat's best ideas, I can't lie. Why did he think that was a good idea? They were just trying too hard to give 12 a gimmick, and it's so try-hard, it's so cringy. It's literally just a pair of sunglasses that Peter Capaldi puts on, and he taps the middle like that, and someone just puts a sonic sound effect in it. It's ridiculous. I despise the sonic sunglasses. It's ridiculous. And it annoys me even more because this sonic screwdriver design here, I love this sonic screwdriver. I wish that this sonic screwdriver got more screen time. It only got one series. It was only in Peter Capaldi's last series of Doctor Who, and it deserved so much more screen time than that. this is such a good design, and it hasn't been used enough. Like, it's why I just don't understand, why didn't we get this in Series 8? I will never understand for the life of me why Sonic sunglasses got more screen time than this sexy thing. This right, let me just get on to what I like about this screwdriver. Well, for starters, it's TARDIS blue, right? It's TARDIS blue. And to be honest, I'm quite surprised this is the first and only screwdriver so far that's been a TARDIS blue colour. Which makes sense because the TARDIS just spits this out randomly in Hellbent. I don't know why it suddenly decides, you know what, you can have a screwdriver now. I don't know why you never got it before, but you know, it spits it out. So it makes sense that it's TARDIS blue. And the emitter, it's not just an emitter right at the top and the end. The whole top lights up, and it's got two light settings. It lights up green and blue. It's just so good. I love this setting as well. Look at that. And the top looks like it just reminds me of TARDIS windows. It's such a good design. I love all these metal bits here, and it's big. Some might say it's too big, but I don't know. I like a big screwdriver. A big sonic screwdriver just makes it look more, I don't know, it looks so much cooler like that. And when 12 holds it and uses it, it looks so snazzy. And I do like all these metal bits that stick out. It's nice to hold. And it looks cool, it looks amazing whenever 12 uses it. They say when things are gone, the heart grows fonder, and the case is true with this screwdriver. And I just can't believe we only got it for one season. It's ridiculous. The only part of Hellbent that I enjoyed was the ending when the TARDIS does decide to spit this screwdriver out at the Doctor, and he catches it, and he looks at it and turns it on. I'm like, and I remember watching it for the first time, I was like, this episode is letting me down, but we got a new screwdriver. Thank the Lord. And now he's got a new screwdriver, we don't need the sonic sunglasses anymore. So we can be rid of them, get them binned. So as soon as we saw this new screwdriver at the end of Hellbent, I just assumed, right, that'll be the end of the sunglasses then. Thank God. But even after he got this, in episodes after Hellbent, and in Series 10, he still used the sunglasses, even though he's got this. Why? What? It baffled me. It baffles me that the sonic sunglasses got more time than this. And I know that in Series 10, the sunglasses needed to be there to help the Doctor with him being blind subplot during the series. I get that, but it's such a shame that this only got one series. I just don't see the point in designing a new screwdriver for 12 if you were just going to have it for one series. This should have been the screwdriver for all of Peter Capaldi's era. Just a one and done, I suppose. This is the 9th Doctor of sonic screwdrivers. Only one series. But we want more of it. Well, I do anyway. Okay, so coming up next, last two. You could really interchange these last two. Like this next one tomorrow might be my favourite, and then my favourite today might be my second favourite tomorrow. You can honestly interchange them, but for now I'm going with this. The 11th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver. How can you not love this thing? This is easily the coolest looking sonic screwdriver out of all of them. I mean, how can you not love this screwdriver? And to top off how cool it looks with, I just love the bronze and the silver and the black leather strap here. And to top it all off, look at that! When it extends, there's claws at the end. How can you not think that this is the coolest motherfucking screwdriver in all the land? It's just such a cool screwdriver. I don't know, whoever designed this, props to you, because this is such an amazing screwdriver. The thing is, I think only Matt Smith could make this work. Yes, you could argue he overused it to shit. I mean, I don't think he's got anything on Jodie Whittaker in terms of overusing a sonic screwdriver, but only Matt Smith could make this look cool and work as well as it does. Like I said, when Peter Capaldi uses it in Series 8, it just looks wrong. It just does not suit his Doctor, and I don't think it would suit any other Doctor before or even possibly after Matt Smith. This screwdriver only works with Matt Smith. Like, you couldn't inherit this from Matt Smith to another Doctor because it feels wrong. Like the 10th Doctor inherited the 9th Doctor screwdriver, and you don't bat an eye, just like, yeah, it's fine, it works with 9 and 10, like just as well. But with this, only Matt Smith, yeah, he overuses it, but he knows how to make it look cool. Like he's shoving it all over the place, he extends it, looks at the readings. His mannerisms, his physicality with this screwdriver just makes this for me. It's such a cool screwdriver, and only he knew how to make it work. It looks like a tool, but it also looks like it could be a hilt for a lightsaber at the same time. Like, it's just a perfect sci-fi item. You can't go wrong with this sonic screwdriver. I absolutely love it. But this obviously leaves one more screwdriver, and you've probably narrowed it down. So let's get on with it. It is the 9th and 10th Doctor sonic screwdriver. Yes, 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 yes. Now, I think part of why I love this screwdriver so much is it's partly nostalgia, because when I first got into Doctor Who as a kid, obviously this was the screwdriver at the time, and it's just, I don't know, man, like I think the fact that it's so, like, this is the 50th anniversary version of it in toy form, but there's something about this screwdriver, man, that I don't know, it's never lost its charm with me. Like, all the times of growing up as a Doctor Who fan, like, even when I went on a bit of a hiatus as a Doctor Who fan, like, I was one of those fanboys that because David Tennant's my favourite Doctor. So when David Tennant left and Matt Smith came in, I was sort of one of those fanboys who just left with the show for a while. I just didn't bother, because I was like, no, David Tennant's gone, I don't care. But even when I was on that slight hiatus years and years ago, I still loved playing with my screwdriver that I had of this. I still love this screwdriver, even when my love for Doctor Who was away for a while. My love for this never went away, even during my break from Doctor Who, if you will. I think it's because it's so simple. Like, it's a simplistic design, but it just looks like a tool. I don't know, man. It's just, there's something about the simplicity of it. Like, it's not overcomplicated in terms of design. Like, it's simple, but it still has some, like, intricate things here and there. Now, you could argue the reason I had the 4th Doctor's sonic screwdriver and the rest of the classic series screwdrivers so low because I said it was simple, but this one extends. There's something about the extension. I as a kid, I was obsessed with this as a kid, and I've always been obsessed with it. But I like it just as much. At the minute, a tiny bit more than the 11th Doctor sonic screwdriver, but this is just iconic. I grew up with this screwdriver, my favourite Doctor's screwdriver. It was just everywhere for me, and I was obsessed with it as a kid, and I'm still obsessed over it now. As you can see, I have proper replicas of them here behind my cabinet because I love them that much. It is what it is. But yeah, this is my all-time favourite sonic screwdriver for the moment. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for this instalment of AOB video, whatever you want to call it. God, I love talking about Doctor Who. I do. And it's a bit different for this channel. Actually, no, it's not. I've done a few videos about Doctor Who on this channel, haven't I? It's all been Marvel and Doctor Who related. I will do videos on something different eventually. But yes, that was my list. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do put your ranking of sonic screwdrivers in the comments down below, because I do think my ranking is a bit obscure compared to a lot of other people's. I think mine might be a bit controversial. I don't know. But I'm genuinely intrigued to see what other people might think of my list and how their list compares to mine. But thank you very much for watching, as always, ladies and gentlemen. Do subscribe and like the video if you did, but if you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down, why not? I won't hold it against you. And ciao for now.